Hello beauties, welcome back to the Jolie Beauty channel. If you're new here, my name is Jolie Cash and I'm the CEO of cruelty-free beauty brand Jolie Beauty. And today I was feeling very inspired by some of my fashion choices at the minute. I'm really into some like 70s fashion and I kind of got to have this dress on. Can't really see it too well at the moment, maybe I'll insert the pic if I have one. But I wanted to do some makeup that was like inspired by the 1970s, or like the warm tones, the brown tones, and I came up with this really soft, kind of like a cut crease, but a bit more of a vintage looking cut crease with a bold liner. So if you'd like to find out how to create this look and also be with the chance of winning a Radiance Palette, oh, so gorgeous, then make sure you keep on watching. So today I'm starting off with the brows. Now when I think about the 1970s, I feel like there's two types of brow that were really popular at this time. The first of all was like a super skinny disco diva type of brow, and the other one was the au natural fluffy, but not quite as fluffy as we wear them today. So I'm gonna go for the second one. Obviously I've got quite full brows anyway, and I'm not willing to try and cover them up in this tutorial. Last time there was a bit of a mess. So I'm just going to go ahead and enhance what I've got. I am going to use a little bit of brow gel. So the brow gel that I'm using today is the Pink Honey Gel. To activate this, I'm just going to spritz a little bit of setting spray, take my spoolie and just run it round into the gel. Then I'm just taking that through the brows, and I'm not trying to spike the brows up at all. I'm just trying to shape them so they look a little bit nicer. For a natural look, I really like to use a brow pencil. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that through my brows, not changing the shape too much, just neatening them up a little. Moving on to the eyes, I really want to get that feline kind of cut crease, but nothing too sharp, nothing too modern. So instead of starting in the crease like I normally would and deepening it there, I'm actually going to start with where we're going to pop the colour. This will just keep the look really soft and give that kind of browny 70s smoky vibe. To cut that shape, I'm going to take the P. Louise Cosmetic Paint. This is in the shade Blank Canvas, and I'm taking that on an Ethereal Pro eye brush. This has got a tiny little flat head and it's going to help me create those details perfectly. So I'm just starting by stamping this shade all over my lid. If you've watched my videos for any amount of time, you will know that I always cut a shape, well pretty much always, a little bit higher than where my natural crease is. This is because I've got diddy eyelids and I don't have a lot of space to work with, but I do have quite a lot of space between my crease and my eyebrow. This is just going to help enhance what I've got basically. You might want to just follow the shape of your natural crease and you can just see how well this brush is letting me create the shape. Having that precise brush, it makes all the difference to how it comes out for sure. As I'm getting nearer to the end, I'm going to start bringing this shape down and out, creating that flick. If you're not sure about the shape, the best thing to do is take a little liner brush like this and start on your outer wing and just map out the shape first. Then just simply go back to your brush and start filling that in. I love that shape. And I'm just going to quickly do the other side and I'll be back in a sec. The palette I'm going to be using today is of course the Radiance palette. I couldn't think of a more like perfect palette to do these gorgeous kind of mustardy colours. It's just so pretty and absolutely perfect for this look. Obviously a little bit inspired by my dress as well. And on a flat brush, I'm going to take this gorgeous bright yellow shade. This is the shade Mustard, and this is going to go all over where I've put the base. So I'm just taking that on a flat brush and just patting it all over the base. And this is going to help just give a really nice bright finish. So how is everybody's summer going? I hope you guys are getting out and about a little bit more at the moment. It seems like the UK, you know, is quite back to normal, and it's, you know, nice to see everybody just enjoying life a little bit more again. So I'm kind of feeling like getting into a full glam a little bit more. So if you guys have any particular tutorials that you want to see, then just drop me a comment down below because I'd love to hear your suggestions. I have been so inspired by like 70s music and fashion this summer. I've been really enjoying that vibe. To be honest with you, like I've always gelled with that era. Like most of my favourite bands come from that era and the music I listen to, and yeah, I feel like I am a 70s girl at heart for sure. So that brings me on to our competition question today. If you want the chance to win a Radiance palette, all you have to do is answer what is your favourite era and why in the comments down below. I'll be drawing a winner this week, so make sure you get your entries in. All the terms and conditions will be below in the description box as well. Next up, I'm going to take a very small liner brush and I'm just going to go into the shade So Extra, which is this soft toffee brown here. And I'm just going to go straight over where we cut that crease. This is going to give a little bit of shadow to the look. Make sure you extend the brown soft line further than you've cut the yellow, if that makes any sense. So just extend it out that little bit more. And that gives you a nice flick. So that doesn't just look like a thick line, I'm just going to take a small blending brush and just blend the edges away. This brush is really loosely packed and it just makes blending so easy, and you can just see how that's soft. That's just softened instantly. We've got that gorgeous colourful eye going on, so next let's add some liner. I'm going to be using my Faithful Infinity Gel liner for this, and I'm just lining my upper waterline. And then for my actual eyeliner, well, it's a bit of a secret, but coming soon on a Jolie Beauty. And I'm going to create quite a thick dramatic wing here. I really want it to stand out against that yellow. So thick, so black, love it. And on the outer edge, I'm just following where I created that wing with the yellow. And then just taking that back inwards towards the eye. Liner is on. I'm just going to quickly curl my eyelashes, pop some mascara on, and then I've got a great base for my falsies to go onto. This one makes my lashes look pretty huge. Oh, you know what I've done? I've put the aircon on. Can you hear me? Sorry. I got a bit hot, you see. I was like, I need some air in here. Now it's doing that thing again. Damn it. And just adding some of my favourite lashes in the style Sophia. For skin today, because it is so damn hot, I am going to be using my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush. What is wrong with Airbrush today? It's like, I'm going to be using my Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This is in the shade 7. This is my tan colour. And I like to use this one when it's quite summery and hot because anything glowy is just going to come straight off my skin. And I'm just using an Ethereal Pro buffing brush, the softest face brush, to just buff that into my skin. Sorry if I'm doing any weird movements, but I'm trying to make a TikTok at the same time as doing this tutorial. Oh my goodness, I am too old for this TikTok nonsense, but I thought I'd give it a go. Why not? That's why you might just see me go like unnaturally. Oh, funny. So if I look like I'm having a bit of a fit, then no, I'm just TikToking. If you want to go and have a good laugh and support me, then it's just Jolie Beauty Official. For concealer today, I'm going to be using the Second Skin concealer in the shade 9. Absolutely love this stuff. Just popping a little bit under my cheeks as well, and on the centre of my forehead. Just buffing that into the skin. Then I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury Airless Flawless Finish Powder. Yes! In the shade number 2. And I'm just going to powder the places that I need to, which is pretty much everywhere today because it's stinking hot. And did I mention it's stinking hot? And like, to be honest, like I could just dip my face in powder and it'd still be sweaty today. So if it was a little bit of a cooler temperature, I would definitely go for more glowy skin. I do think like the 70s was a little bit more of a glowy, natural era. So yes, if your skin can take it, yeah, you could definitely go for a more luminous foundation, but for me today I just think this is going to be the best bet. Time to go in with a little bit of bronzer. I feel like although like bronze skin is very 70s, I think the idea is not to overdo it and also not to make it look too sculpted, contoured. We want that kind of sun-kissed look. The bronzer today I'm going to be using, oh, that's not bronzer. That's highlighter, let's not do that. The second skin bronzer I'm going to be using today is the shade Latte, which is our lightest shade. These shades are just so buildable and they work on a multitude of skin tones. And I'm just taking that kind of where I would naturally catch the sun. So like on my forehead, on my cheeks. As I said, I'm not trying to contour with this, so I'm just gonna really blend it into the skin, and that'll just give such a soft wash of colour. I like a little bit over my nose as well. I think the perfect blush for this look has to be the shade Flushed. Just look how beautiful and peachy that is. I just think it's so fitting of the era, and also obviously it goes with the fit, so what can I say. Just taking a small powder brush. You could also use the angled brush for this if you'd like. Pop that on the backs of the cheeks. Loads and loads of blush, and a tiny bit on my nose as well. I'm just going to add a little bit of setting spray. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter, just because I feel like I hella need it today. It's not a good makeup temperature at the moment. Quickly, just going back to the eyes, I'm just going to take a little bit of that So Extra shade on a pencil brush. I'm just going to buff that underneath the eyes just to bring them out a little bit more. And I like to do this after I've done my concealer, just so I can really buff it where I want it without being scared of covering up my hard work. For lips, I'm just adding a very nude lip liner. This is in the shade Natural and it's by NYX. And then another little secret product, but it is the perfect shade, I can't resist. I'm going to add a nude type of gloss. Got a bit of an orange undercurrent to it. Undertone. No, I'm not going to drown in it, hopefully. And guys, that is my final 1970s inspired look. I hope you enjoyed it. I've really loved this look. I think it's really wearable, nice burst colour, just something a little bit different. If you like this tutorial, then please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really helps me out, and it helps me out even more if you leave a comment down below. Make sure you answer that competition question if you want the chance to win a Radiance palette, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah!